Okay, Libra. We are doing the part 2 to that reading that was requested. Got the somebody crazy or something like that. So meditating on this, I'll give you the messages that I received before we're going to get into the part 2 to kind of dig a little bit deeper into this. However, what I was channeling for Libra right now, whoever's dealing with this situation, if you're not sure what this is, go back and watch the previous reading. In fact, I'm going to try to put a link up here, or is it over here, so that you can kind of click on it so you can watch that first before you watch this, before you proceed with this one. Okay. I'm getting, now is not the time to be trying to be balancing scales and be fair. Okay. Now is not the time. The scales need to tip one way or the other. Stop dancing around something. So trying to make people like you, or so it's what I was getting, how I was kind of getting it is, whoever this new person is that you're seeing, or that you could have a very, very good connection with. There's a brand new person coming in, okay? If they're not already here, they're coming in. And you may be dealing with an ex or something like that. And whoever that ex is could be very off their whatever. This new person is going to want to see strength. They're not going to want to see you trying to play both sides or trying to please or dance around something. Excuse me. It's kind of like, here's what I was feeling, that the Libra in this situation, now this could be whoever it is that you're dealing with, but it feels very much it's like the Libra, because it's like the Libra wants to be fair to everyone, okay? So the Libra doesn't want the new person to think that they are vindictive, okay? And they want this new person to see that they are fair and grounded, and that they don't lose their mind or anything like that, or kind of go off. You understand what I'm saying? So if you do that, this new person is going to know it's an act, because humans have emotions, okay? And they feel a certain way. And it's almost like now is not the time to be empathetic, okay? Now is not the time to be empathetic, meaning relating. So whoever this person is, or this ex is, whatever happened between you two, or if this person had baggage or trauma or something like that. I know this sounds bad, but this is the message I was channeling. It's not a time to relate to them or like give them excuses. Make excuses for them and say, well, they had this happen to them and that happened to them, and I need to allow them to, act a fool because they've had this happen in their life and that happen in life. No. We can't give people free passes, is what I'm getting. Whoever this new person is, and I feel like, you could have something really, really good with a new person. They're going to see it as a lack of strength. They're going to want to see that you have backbone. They're going to want to see that you have backbone. All right? People pleasing is not an option. And I keep being reminded about, I forgot to put this mic in. I keep being reminded about, I remember a little while ago I was seeing a lot of TikToks and such about Libras entering their villain era. Maybe now it's time to not be so perfect, and to not take any BS. I'm not saying that that's what Libras do, but in this scenario, I feel like it's almost like somebody's kind of giving somebody a free pass, and somebody comes in and takes advantage of their kindness and their sincerity. And I feel like it's because it's like they don't want people to see them in a certain light. They don't want them to see them being human. Hey, you're human. There's only so much people can take. And if you have to tell somebody no, you got to tell somebody no. If you got to send somebody away, you got to send somebody away. If you have to call the police, you got to call the police. If you got to get a protective order, you got to get a protective order. Plain and simple. Okay? Because somebody's going to continue to keep, bothering you, testing your patience, and it's going to keep anyone in your life from wanting to come in. Okay? So, tell me about this person that Libra is dealing with. There you go. Justice. So this, when the stomach is empty and the mind is full, it's always hard to sleep. This is from Charlotte's Web. I don't know why I'm getting that. So here is like, you know, the heart is over the head. Okay. These scales need to tip. Now, somebody could be working on your heart, working on your emotions, you know, pulling the heartstrings. So the heart is lighter. Okay. The mind is heavier. All right. What was I saying about backbone? Somebody's going to want to see that you have backbone and that you stand up. The brain is heavier. They want to know that you're smarter. We know that you are, but not enough to allow somebody to kind of drag you around by your heart. Okay. So what is this? So first off, let's get to this. Is Libra in any danger or anything like that as far as whoever this ex person is? This person, they're I keep getting that they're crazy. Now there was something about, you know, even though, well, you know what, I'm not trying to remember all these other readings because I have so many readings I can't. They're all running together. Somebody's basically being pushed to a certain point. Okay. Now I don't know who that is in this scenario, but somebody could be being pushed to a certain point. 6 of Cups. Yeah. And there could be some kind of loyalty that somebody may have to another person. Okay. 6 of Cups. Maybe you share kids with them. Maybe you share pets with them. It's something. Somebody has this. Somebody may even feel guilty or they feel bad. You know, and I feel like now is not the time. It's like you got to be tough. And I'm also getting that there could be like some kind of behavior or some kind of pattern of behavior that you're doing like this with other people too. It could be something that you've been doing for a long time, even with other people. Making people codependent on you. It's not like you're I don't think that you're doing it intentionally. It's just because you have a big heart. I mean, the Libras I know are some of the most kind-hearted, nurturing, loving people. And I know that you want to help other people. My experience with Libras, yes. And that could be part of what like handicaps you, or it causes people to be somewhat codependent on you. Okay? So, talking about this new, what is, oh, it's Leo. Oh, I heard that Aquarius. Aquarius was part of that reading too. I was actually getting ready to mention that. This new person that's coming in, or this new person that you could be dealing with. Yeah. This person will be a lot happier once you move away from, somebody wants you all to themselves, and there's nothing wrong with that. So you could become, let's say you could be getting, okay, let's say it isn't anything that bad, okay, because some of you aren't going to be dealing with that. You could be in a position where everybody looks up to the Libra. Everyone, you know, loves the Libra. Everyone wants to be around the Libra. Everyone calls Libra for their problems. Libra fixes everything. Well, maybe there's somebody that somebody could be wanting to settle down with you, and they're like, you know what, you're spreading your energy a little bit too thin. I'm looking for a partner. I'm looking for somebody who's going to be taking care of the whole neighborhood. Okay. Unless it's your line of work, but I don't see this as far as your line of work or anything like that. Okay. So there may be a choice coming up as far as, you know, are you going to be taking care of everyone else? Or are you going to be taking care of what's going on in your home? What's most important to you? Okay. That's what it's going to come down to. What is important to you? That you feel like a hero to the community, or, you know, are you looking for, and I keep getting reminded about like the North Node and the South Node, where they're at right now. All right. as far as, the North Node is in Aries, and it's leaving behind, it's taking on a more of a, I don't want to say the word selfish, but more of a, not in a negative sense, but more of a, independent, rather than I have all these people that, it's something different. It's something that's a bit more motivating towards, now it's time for me to get mine. I've taken care of everyone else for so long. You know what? I'm getting too old. I want to settle down. And that's where the happiness is going to lie. Okay? And it's not worrying about this one and that one and the exes and all this, and I got to take care of everyone. It's something like that. All right? And whoever this next person is that's coming in. It could be another Libra, but it could be also a Leo. Yeah. Somebody's wanting more fairness and balance. Somebody's energy is being divvied out to too many people. It's just, I want a partner. I want a partner. I don't want a coordinator. I want a partner. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. Now, let's say this isn't anything romantic. Let's say it isn't. Let's say you've always helped a lot of people and then somebody became very dependent or codependent on you. And they're constantly bothering you. They're constantly needing something from you. Okay? I feel like you're going to see that this isn't working for you anymore. This isn't what I want. This isn't what I expected. I'm dealing with, I'm drawing in crazy people. Forgive the language, but that's kind of what I'm getting. All right? That's just kind of I'm channeling, I can't stop myself from channeling whatever this is that's coming through. Okay? Because it's like I'm speaking for somebody. All right? And that's what all this is. That's what channeling is. It's speaking for somebody. So I can't, it's hard for me to kind of continue to censor myself, because everyone gets offended. All right? So I'm not saying anything as far as what I'm speaking for. I'm being somebody's voice. Okay? So it's not like I'm saying anything, but this is what somebody could be thinking and feeling. These people are crazy. They're driving me crazy. I can't be around all these people. They're pulling me everywhere. And I'm just like, what about me? What about me? I don't have enough. I don't have the Empress here. You're not in Empress status. You don't feel like the Empress. In fact, I'm feeling very, very tired. The Empress has enough to go around. The Empress is full of beautiful energy. Why am I getting Evita? We're getting all this energy where, I'm beautiful. I can just roll out of bed, run my fingers through my hair. I was saying that to somebody last week, actually. What happened to those days when in my 20s? But anyway, you can just roll out of bed, run fingers through your hair, and everyone's just like, man, how does she do it? You're like, I just roll out of bed. I don't even do anything. It's like that. That's an Empress. She's always beautiful. And she has enough to go around. And she's never tired. Okay? She can do it all. She can do it all at one time. Okay? That's not here. That's not here. Okay? The Queen of Swords is here. The Queen of Swords has had enough. So I feel like that's coming to a breaking point or something like that. Okay? Queen of Wands. Yep. Somebody works a little bit too hard. And I feel like there could be somebody, maintaining some kind of level of status or something like that. I feel like now that whatever that is, I think that's a bit of the past. Something could be passing, and I feel like it could be getting to a point where you're pushing, Now, I don't feel like there is any danger or anything like that. I just feel like what is dangerous here is, the real danger that I'm getting is, you're being spread too thin. You're being pulled in different directions by your heart, by your emotions. Okay? And that could eventually, because the sun is a card of health, that could eventually take its toll on your health. If you're constantly being made to feel guilty for wanting for you, Why should you feel guilty for wanting something for you? That's only going to create sickness in you. Shouldn't you enjoy your life? Okay. I'm not really getting much on, but Seven of Swords. I feel like you're going to be kicked. Something's going to happen. And I feel like, whoever this next person is coming in really could be a catalyst. That's what I'm getting. They could be a catalyst. It's almost like you're going to be faced with something. You want me? Or do you want that? Because I'm looking for a wife. I'm looking for a husband. I'm looking for a partner. I'm not looking for a mayor. All right? I'm not looking for a hospital worker. Is this making any sense? It's making sense to somebody. I guarantee it. So somebody's going to start to break away. It's like somebody's going to be facing that decision, and they're going to be like, you know what? I can't do this. I got to get this. This is taking me off my groove. This is kind of like, I need no. Yeah. So I feel like that's what's going to be coming. I think that you still care about this person. You do care. You do care about all these people. But, there's something about whatever it is that you're doing. You're probably making people that, unintentionally, you're doing it out of the kindness of your heart, but you're making people a little bit dependent on you. Okay. All right. This next person could also be a Pisces or a Gemini. Yep. Yeah. There's going to be a choice that you're going to have to make. Okay. There's going to be a choice. You're going to be forced to make a choice. And this feels like, not only does it feel like it's something about an ex, there's somebody that's pulling on your energy. Okay. But I actually feel like there's multiple people. I mean, this is a lot of people that you're going to have to be, I need my privacy. All right. I want to be alone with my love. Something like that. I feel like you're ready to finally settle down. Somebody's going to put you in a position to want to finally settle down. And unfortunately, it just is what it is. You ever get involved in a relationship with somebody and your friends are like, hey, where you at? That's just part of relationships. It's just kind of how it goes. Unfortunately. So it's a decision that you're going to have to make. I feel like it's going to be easy to make this decision though. I mean, look at her face. I can't help but look at it. She's like, you know what? Yeah. You got to go. You guys got to go. Party's over. I got to go to bed. Hey. So. Yeah. Page of Cups. I feel like people are definitely going to understand it as long as you voice it to people. But so don't drop hints. And don't just pull back your energies. You may have to just voice this. Just voice it. Tell somebody. Be honest. Don't just do it by pulling away your energy or just sneaking away. Don't do it like that. That hurts. That makes people think negative. Okay? You ever have somebody do that to you? Friends? Where they want you to take the hint and it's just like, well, just tell me and, let me know. And then you're acting like, oh, no, everything's fine. That causes problems. That causes serious, serious problems. Okay? So, I have to start voicing something. Voice. Don't say everything's okay and then just expect it, expect somebody to get the hint with your energy. That's shitty. Don't do that to somebody. That's hurtful. You have to voice it. All right? Communicate it. Pages is messages. You have to send that message. All right? Be honest with yourself. Be honest with people. This actually turned out really, really good. The energy last week or the other day when I did this first initial reading, it was getting so heavy. It was just like, man. And I feel like it's because you were probably holding something in and wanting to please everyone and whatever reason. This actually feels a lot lighter. And the thing is people are actually going to understand a lot better. People will understand. I think you have to just voice it to them. You have to let people know. All right? All right, that's it. All right, Libra. Again, I don't see that you're in danger or anything like that. The only thing that okay, so here's what I was going to say. The only thing that you're in danger of is having people around you by guilt or by empathy, not necessarily sympathy. Well, yeah, sympathy. Sympathy. Okay, sympathy. By guilt, making people dictate your life based on that. So you could be missing out on certain things. You could be missing out on, people, places, love, because you are, allowing people to do certain things or make you feel a certain way. But I feel like you have an equal share in that too. Okay? That's the danger in your life, is losing things that you want and you desire by trying to kind of like walk on eggshells. All right? That's it. I'm going to leave it there. All right, Libra, good luck. I hope you got what you needed out of this reading. Okay. So, all right. I want you to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a new video. I appreciate you stopping by, and hopefully everyone that needed this extra message got it. And don't worry, I don't feel like there is any danger or anything like that. I feel like it's a time for you to kind of like start to stand up and just voice whatever it is that you want, your desires. Okay? And just stop, no pussyfooting around. Okay. All right. Good luck. I'll see you soon.